Hello everyone, I am Hanna-Mari Loisa.
And I'm Markus Päivinen.
We both work at Ericsson Finland and have been coaching teams for years. Teamwork is very much at the core of achieving anything great, so it's a very worthy skill to learn more about. And also it influences your own well-being, because working as a team can be either highlight of your working life or a frustrating struggle. I guess almost everyone has experience on both, and it's totally different feeling. And with some teams, everything just clicks so well together. It seems that you are able to connect with each other's thinking. You are really building on top of each other's ideas, and things work out really smoothly. It feels great, you achieve things together. Awesome. And then with some other team constellations, it just doesn't feel that good. Something's missing. Somehow it's really hard to communicate and be understood within the team. Something just feels not right. In that kind of troublesome situation, utilizing any team models or tools might not sound so tempting, because your team is of course special. You are experts of some area, you are highly educated, or you are the leaders. So leaders, we are different, we don't follow any general models. Of course not. But still, weirdly, similar kind of problems are lifted up. Similar kind of pitfalls seem to appear by each team, no matter how special they think they are. So what are those common pitfalls that teams so easily face? Let's learn to recognize those.
Okay, so in this model that we are going to talk about today, there are 5 main areas. Trust, conflict, commitment, accountability, and results. And if your team is the one that excels all these 5 main areas, you are more likely to be a high-functioning, high-performing team. Now, when we turn these areas into dysfunctions, the dysfunctions are absence of trust, fear of conflict, lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to results. So why dysfunctions? For us human beings, dysfunctions are more easy to identify. This model is created by Patrick Lencioni. He is the founder of the Table Group company and author. The book he has written about this topic is called 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, and it tells a fictional story of a new CEO and her leadership team in that fictional company. And even though the story is about leadership team, the very same rules apply to all of the other teams in office as well as at home. In this model, each step builds an important foundation for the next step. Therefore, if team can't learn how to trust one another, they won't be able to effectively move to the next step, which in this case is fear of conflict, so learning how to engage a constructive conflict. Now let's take a closer look of the model, and here's some real-life examples of the dysfunctions.
Let's start with the first dysfunction, absence of trust. What does it actually mean, the trust in this case? It means that you are able to trust your teammates to accept you as who you are, as your true self. So it's so-called vulnerability-based trust. Some might call it also psychological safety, so that it feels that you can really utilize all your energy into being yourself and doing the work together with your team without being afraid of not being accepted. When there is absence of trust in the team setting, how it shows up is exactly this, that team members can't quite be themselves. There is a feeling that I need to play a certain role here to fit in. I need to be a certain kind of person so that I am fully accepted member of this team. I'm fully recognized. And then might be that people are afraid to speak up, ask questions, share ideas, especially those crazy ones, give feedback, talk about their feelings, like I'm really excited about this project, or I'm worried about that task, or I'm hesitant. So no feelings are brought to the discussions. And team members want to hide their mistakes and weaknesses, of course, because they want to show up as a good team member, the one that is valued. So no room for anything that would make you vulnerable, normal human being, kind of. And all this is because you are insecure of your status of the team. So you are all the time second guessing that, am I fitting in? Am I accepted? And you are looking for signals related to that. An example of this kind of situation could be, for example, a case where a new member joined the team and she wanted to really show up as a experienced professional and didn't dare to say that the task given to her felt too complex and she didn't quite understand even the background of the work. That led to a situation that she was working after hours, struggling, trying to get things done, and at the end the outcome was quite not what was expected. And all that was because she didn't trust the team members and her own position in the team enough so that she would have dared to say that, hey guys, I need a bit of help here. Would you help me to understand this one better? So obviously with openness this kind of situation would have been avoided. So being able to and daring to ask for help. And building the trust within the team setting starts with that openness and transparency, daring to speak up, daring to say what you have in your mind openly.
Okay, next dysfunction is fear of conflict. And of course trust is needed for a team so that they can engage in conflict. Conflict is a big word for many of us, and now you are probably thinking that, okay, is this guy actually proposing that we should fight more in our teams? So obviously not that the case. The idea is that you have a constructive and ideological conflicts. So if there is a tension in your team, you should look for conflicts to improve the situation. Example for fear of conflict in a team, let's say that there is a team, technical team, for example, and there is one person in team who has presented some technical solution for some technical problem, and other team members are nodding, they are silently happy, everybody is kind of calm, and there is this very big harmony in the team. I, as a team member, kind of feel that, well, this solution might work in a short term, as a short-term solution, but in the long run it really doesn't fly. It might cause even problems, but I don't really want to rock the boat. I don't want to be the difficult guy in the team, so I just kind of keep quiet. Maybe someone will hurt his or her feelings if I say something against this proposal, or maybe someone thinks some bad things about me, so I'm the troublemaker in the team and I don't want to get that kind of a label. Well, what should I be then doing instead of being quiet? I should really openly challenge the idea, and point now is challenging the idea, not the person who presented the idea. It's very important that we separate those things. So I kind of explain clearly that why I think this is a bad idea. Maybe I have some better idea, some improvements there, I can propose those. And then we can discuss. So of course it doesn't mean that my idea, my proposal will be selected, but at least I can voice it out and make sure that we have different options to choose from. And if I'm in the position that I have proposed something and someone is challenging my proposal, I should assume that there is a positive intent for people. So when they are challenging my ideas, I should take it that they are challenging ideas, not me as a person.
Then let's look at the third dysfunction. We are already in the middle of the pyramid. Lack of commitment. This is actually my personal favorite of all the dysfunctions, because I find it super important, and I also know that it is commonly denied, the existence of lack of commitment. So it is denied, because of course I'm committed. Yeah, sure. All in, haha, but still it doesn't look like that if you look more deeper and if you understand what true commitment means. Commitment is not just a word that yeah, I'm in. It means that you are really engaging to the decision. You are really willing to invest into making it happen because you believe in it. And that's exactly how it shows this lack of commitment, that team members or someone in the team doesn't actually believe in the decision that was made together. So you are not ready to actually invest into making it happen, into truly giving it a try. Might be that because you were not heard while the decision was made, because there was not enough trust so that all the opinions would be openly discussed and people would not have been afraid of fruitful conflicts and dare to have those debates. So not all the options were brought up or handled properly. So there is this feeling that I was not actually heard. I don't think they really understood me. And that leads to a situation where people don't really want to work for the decisions. That happens so often that something has been decided and then it just kind of fades away. Nobody pays attention to it anymore. Or some people really enthusiastically work for it and then the others, they are just waiting for it to fail. And if you are truly committed to some decision, it shows that you can justify the decision also, even though you originally would have disagreed. But a good team member is able to justify the team's decisions till the bitter end and beyond, I would say. So that's how the commitment shows. And that is actually where the power of true commitment lies, because it is totally different working environment if you know, you can trust your team members that they will defend the decision that you made together with you all the time. So you are in it together. There is no one who is waiting for the moment to say, I told you so, you should have listened to me. Because that kind of small voices, they totally destroy the team spirit. They destroy the common ground that should create the environment for empowerful working together. And it destroys the possibility to really utilize the potential of the team. If you need to be afraid that at some point someone is going to point out that the decision was something that he or she was not actually committed into. Another thing related to the commitment is also that sometimes it can be even unclear what was decided. You just think that this was discussed, this topic, and then suddenly it is like a decision already. And that can be really, really confusing also. So to overcome this dysfunction, this lack of commitment, be really clear and open when there is a decision-making point. And also you need to invest time into having all the opinions openly on the table and having the time to have the friendly debates, fruitful debates around the options so that everybody feels heard. And also then you need to be ready to give up your opinion for the sake of the team. If you realize that your opinion was listened, it was considered, but yet again this other solution is the one more preferred, then you need to let go of your own preference for the sake of the team and commit so that there wouldn't be this serious dysfunction, lack of commitment.
Next dysfunction is avoidance of accountability. So once the group is committed, they must hold each other accountable of the committed things. This is one of the most difficult things for any team, and especially in a case that you should keep accountable those people who are your peers. So accountability is primary behavioral thing, and it is difficult for that purpose. And of course it is impossible to hold others accountable if you don't have a buy-in, so if this commitment is failing. Now, example case of avoidance accountability in a team, let's say that there is a team that has decided that all the team meetings should start 5 past, so that everybody would have a short break after the previous meeting, and everyone should join to the meeting in time. So, okay, team has agreed that this is the way forward. And now it's the kind of, let's say, first week after this retrospective thing that was discussed, and already now some people are coming late to the meetings and don't inform others, and some meeting invitations are not being updated. So I, as a team member, of course, I have done my part. So I have updated my team meetings, and I'm there in time. And I'm kind of bothered that others don't follow what was agreed. But then again, I think it's their problem. They should take care of what was agreed and what was discussed. And that kind of a behavior leads into low standards in team. So if we have made an agreement, but we don't really follow up, it kind of looks like that it really doesn't matter what we agree. We don't follow those things, and maybe those things are not important. So, and that kind of behavior in the long run really kind of waters down all these retrospective discussions and decisions. So then, how to improve the situation? Learn how to embrace the accountability. Don't blame others. Don't say that you are bad in this, you haven't done your thing, but show that you care. Say that, okay, I thought that we agreed something like this, and to me it seems that we are not following what was agreed. Or maybe there are some clear expectations, so there is a kind of a misunderstanding at what was agreed, so then you can clarify the situation and then give feedback to others, constructive feedback saying that, okay, now it seems that we haven't been on the same page here, and maybe we should improve the way we agree things, maybe write something even down, and then follow it up. So hold others accountable, even though it might feel uncomfortable, but it's good for you and it's good for the team. Make things better.
Then we are at the top of the dysfunction pyramid, where it all boils up: inattention to results. Teams are usually put together to achieve something, so it should make sense to follow up the results really carefully. Still, that is not always the case, and team members don't know what they actually achieved together. Might be that people are just focused on their own individual tasks and not aware that what are we getting done together. Also, might be that the team doesn't know that are we getting better or are we getting worse, because there is no attention to the results that are achieved as a team. Might be that they don't care about others' performance in the team, and that is also a dysfunction, because in a team you should care about the members of the team, not just your own performance but everyone's performance. And if you notice that someone is lagging behind or struggling, it is your problem also. You need to think about that. How can you support the teammate of yours? So what can you together do so that everybody can flourish and learn and grow all the time in the team? Some teams don't have any goals as a team, so it's hard to pay attention to the results if you don't have any goals or you don't strive towards something. Because goals are something that give you focus, they give you the direction. And when you have set goals, then of course it's important to constantly follow up and have some measures that indicate the progress towards the goals. And also when the goal is reached, then celebrate together as a team. And that is a feeling that is so awesome. It feels much better than celebrating your own success. But when you get a chance to celebrate something together with your teammates, something you did together, it's an awesome feeling. Another dysfunction related to inattention to results is that team might set too easy goals, so that you practically don't need to stretch or struggle or improve or anything. It's too easy. Related to this inattention to results, so if you don't know what you achieved as team, you can also be too self-satisfied compared to what the reality actually is. We have had examples where the team is actually truly honestly thinking that, hey, we are on the top of everything and we are such a great team, whoa. And then when they asked feedback outside the team, the brutal truth kind of hit their faces that, okay, perhaps we actually have some room for improvement, perhaps we are not that good than we thought. And I don't mean to say with this that you should be sorry for your results, but have your eyes open so that you don't blindly believe your results are good if you don't have any feedback regarding those. The high-performing teams, they want to know how they are doing and they want to improve, and that is also the thing that is driving them forward as a team.
So now we have walked through the whole pyramid, and like Hanski said, that the whole point of teamwork is to constantly improve. So how is this now connected to you and your team, and how you can improve? So first step is always understand how teams function in general. So this model explains that what are the common pitfalls and how you can identify those. So second step is then getting together with your team and check the current situation in your team. What are the challenges and what are the layers that you should start improving? Step 3, making improvements. Well, there you should identify the root causes and then find out the improving actions. So for example, if there is a problem in trust, maybe some vulnerability in team, show vulnerability. Start showing vulnerability, lead by example, say that I don't know, I want help, I need help. If there is a problem in conflict, maybe there is some artificial harmony in the team, you should seek for constructive conflicts and improve that way. If there is a challenge in commitment layer, so maybe there is ambiguity in the team, you should start seeking clarity and stating things out loud, that how to commit to things and what are the commitments. If there are challenges in accountability, maybe some low standards in your team after working that way for a longer time already, you should really start following up on the agreements and hold others accountable, even though it might feel uncomfortable. And if there are challenges in this results layer, maybe there are some politics ongoing in team and people are more interested in their own tasks than the team tasks, you should really clarify that what are the team goals and how you can reach those together.
So be proud of your special team. It's a unique combination of individual skills, personalities. That's all great. And at the same time, remember that general rules of human interaction might apply in your case also. Perhaps you can learn and grow and become even better team. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.